large unsweetened iced tea, please.
Anything else?
No way.
We're heading a couple more hours now together to our final destination for hunting. We're gonna hunt the next 4 days together. 2 days of shotgun hunting and then 2 days of bow hunting. So hopefully in 4 days we can get at least one deer on the ground, if not more. So come along with us, and it should be a fun time. All right, we just pulled into our spot this morning, and we were gonna kind of drive me halfway down to my spot before I walked in, and I looked out on the field. I saw some eyes, and there was a deer, and then there's another deer next to it. It could have been a buck or a doe, and it could have just been two does. They're pretty good size either way. So we're adjusting. We're gonna get fully dressed up here, and then I'm gonna walk actually under the cover of a tree line to get into the spot. And Dad's gonna head to the north side of the property. Well, people, I got some exciting news. We got a deer down. It's not my deer, but my dad. He was on the north side of the property. I'm on the south side, and we just talked on the phone probably. Oh, it's 11:50. It was probably 35 minutes ago, maybe. And I'm like, hey, Dad, I'm just gonna check this side of the property and kind of see what this thick old bedding area used to look like. And then he's like, okay, good. And he told me he was gonna do. I said, that sounds like a good idea. And then I'm walking along here, and I almost get done, and then I get a call. I hear two shots, and I hear the two shots, and I'm like, oh, those have to be my dad. One of them at least has to be my dad, because they kind of sounded different, which can happen with the wind. And then he sends me these two pictures, and he calls me, and he shot which would have been an 11-pointer. He said it's a 9-pointer. He's got a couple broken off tines, but he sent me a picture. It's just a big mature buck. So I'm gonna I gotta get my phone's about to die, so I gotta get some stuff to make sure I can still charge up my phone. We're gonna push the bedding area real quick. After we push the bedding area, we're gonna go over and get his buck, recover it, probably gut it out, and then get it up to the truck. All right, folks. Sorry we haven't got to my dad's deer yet. We had a little mishap with some truck keys. So what we're doing is we got a northeast breeze, which is kind of angling in our face, and we're just working these ridges. And we already have seen that deer I just filmed is our 8th deer we've seen. I didn't get any others on film because I had one within 40 yards and was going to shoot. That one was at like 50 or 60. So you've seen 8 deer, 3 of them out of range, but 5 in range. No bucks, all does and fawns. I'm only going to shoot a really big doe because with the number of deer we've been pushing so far, there's a good chance we're going to probably run into some more. So that's the plan right now. We're going to work our way up to Dad's buck, and then we're going to make a plan for the evening sit.
The wind's come this way, that cable, the sun's getting there, so I went up there, walked there, and I figured the wind's blowing this way. He got to see me, and there he was. He was laying right over there on this side. Boom, boom.
There he lays. That is a mature buck right there. That's what we came down here for.
His head's concaved.
We were out here and we just pushed all this bedding, and we spooked up another massive buck, but this thing is...
Yeah, the other buck was his daddy.
I don't know about that. Maybe they're uncles or something, brothers or something. That is what we came down here for, though, no doubt. We're just checking to see where the entry wound is. He broke his front legs and dropped him. He's not even looking at us. The doe's taking off running. What are they looking? Oh, you know what they're looking at is that ATV. He's chasing the doe now. Little buck. chasing the doe. Alrighty, so we're gonna head into this next snippet of woods here. So we're just talking strategy, catching our breath, got the wind in our face. We just spooked up another buck and doe. We got those on video for you, and trying to do a little better with that. But yeah, we're hoping to we've got to shoot a big buck tonight, and then a doe, and we're gonna tag out and get out of here. That's the goal. So here's the plan. We're gonna go in. There's a barrel over here. We're gonna go in by the barrel, real slow and quiet. Hopefully jump shoot something. If not, get tucked in quick and shoot them all.
It's like partridge. And you can take a knife, cut that, and break that open.
Alright, it's day 2. We're heading into the spot. We just got here. We're just putting on our last things real quick, and then we're gonna head in and get settled down quick. We've been sitting for about 3 hours now. We've seen 3 bucks and 2 does, and I got a shot at one of them. It was kind of a far shot. It was really early, like right after first shooting light, so I missed. And we checked for blood real good and didn't hit him. I don't know how big he was really, because it was pretty dark out still and everything, so I couldn't really see what he looked like too well. I could tell he was pretty big and mature, but took a shot. So alright, so after we were done with our morning sit, we sat till like, I don't know, 10:30 or a little after, and then we knew there was some deer probably bedded up on the far west side of the property. We actually saw a couple deer head that way, and so we went over there, and my dad and I tried to jump shoot 1 or 2 of them, and we almost were able to shoot a doe, but they went just a little bit the wrong direction. Our coordination and plan wasn't quite right, so now I'm working my way slowly back. We're gonna try to kind of do the same thing, push another area before we head in for our evening sit tonight, and then hopefully if something's in there we can get it done. But I'm working my way slowly across these little ridges. Got a ridge behind me, just on the edge of these woods here. You can see I'm just going ridge to ridge to ridge, working it, seeing if there might be a buck bedded on the leeward side. The wind is coming from here, from this direction. So I'm working kind of across / with it, and yeah, we'll work this next bedding area, and we'll see what we can get done. There's a cow behind me too. You can see it up there. Well, it's just about end of shooting time. End of the season for me for shotgun. 2018. Not gonna get it done for myself, but my dad did, so that's good. On to bow hunting. We're heading out for an evening hunt, and we slept in this morning, so we were tired after 2 all-day sits, and after my depressing miss yesterday morning, and so yeah, we slept in. So we're heading out. We're getting out here a little later than we'd like to, but hopefully we've already seen some deer in the field on some of the fields we passed by on the drive out. Hopefully we can get in there quiet enough. The wind's going to be right in our face as we're walking in. About 5 minutes ago, got up in here and got settled down. We saw that big 10-pointer on the way in, or 8 or whatever he was. He was big with it. He was locked in with a doe. And then walking over the ridge to my left, 4 or 5 does spooked out of this bottom. I don't think it was me. I think it was my dad getting in his stand. A couple ridges over, so 4 or 5 does were bedded up or moving or something down there. I think they were close to my dad's stand because he said he's got a fawn hanging around him, so they weren't too skittish coming off the gun season, which is good. Got a southwest wind blowing from my right to my left, angling back to the pond behind me, so it's kind of just dumping in that pond, which is okay. Not a great wind, but better than some other winds we could have here, so
Hopefully the deer get moving pretty quick and we can get them on footage and get one on the ground. Day 4 of the hunting trip with my dad. I'm sitting in the stand I should have been sitting in last night. And he's sitting in a stand that's around the pond from me, from my location. He's due northwest of me. We got west-northwest winds at like 8 miles per hour. Maybe it feels like that's less than that right now. The snow's still on the ground. Snow's a little crunchy this morning. Cloudy skies. Partly cloudy, I should say. Looks like it's fixing to have a beautiful sunrise out here, so we'll see if we can get her done. Well, I fully intended to shoot one of those deer. Actually, I was intending to shoot that first deer that came right here to like 12 or 15 yards, but the problem is that my wind was going right to her, and she couldn't quite pick out my scent. It was kind of going over the top of her, but she could kind of get little whiffs of it, so she was really nervous and alert the whole time, so if I would have drawn on her, I think she would have spooked and ran off. She basically had me pinned. And then, after she went up to that other ridge, I think it was those deer I filmed down at the bottom earlier, they came up, and they came in right behind me. And that first deer I was gonna shoot, and actually when she was back behind me, I probably should have turned around and drawn and shot her that, but I thought she was gonna come right in here and give me a shot broadside right here. But she came right at the base of my tree and it was just too much, too close, so none of them have really spooked off too bad. They're all still, one is still blowing down there and they're not running away. It doesn't really know why it's blowing. One bedded up on the ridge over here, I can still see them. They're kind of walking off slowly to my left, so I don't know. It's kind of crazy. I had 9 deer around me right there at one point. It's only been legal shooting for about an hour, so it's still really early. those two deer that were really heads were really close together early this morning were 2 bucks, and they came in a spike and a little one with a broken off tine. And then I don't think I got them on footage, but just to the left of them, a big old buck angled to the fence line over here. And I've got a stand actually. I can see it from here. It's probably like 70 yards or so from here as crow flies, and I think had I been in that stand, I would have got a shot at any of these deer. Or at least that doe, and she would have been a little less spooky. But I think if I would have been in that stand, I could have had that big doe and or that big buck. So how it goes with hunting, you sit in one stand one night, they're all over by the other one, then I sit in the stand with the deer behind. It's just too close. So fun to see deer, fun to have them in close. I would like to shoot one though. It's still early. Beautiful morning. Well, it's been rather slow since that pack of like 9 deer moved out. There's 3 more deer that moved down the ridge to my right, and then about 5-10 minutes ago, another deer moved into that ridge, and it's actually bedded over there right now on that opposite ridge. I think it's just a lone small buck. To give you perspective, when I was zoomed in on those deer, they looked really close, and they were like 5-10 yards behind me. And when I had the camera zoomed out, when I was facing it down at this doe that was right down here, she was at 10 or 15 yards, and if I had zoomed in, I mean, it would have been just as close. But just to give you perspective, I mean, that deer was right past these 2 trees and these bushes and stuff right here. It's like, that's like 10 yards right there. So they were really close in here today. Too many eyes, too much. The wind was going right to them. So I think I'm gonna get out of here pretty soon, and then meet up with my dad, and we'll get back in here in the evening. But with as early as we're seeing these deer bed down, and I don't know how much more is gonna move, so we'll probably sit for another 30 minutes then. We'll get out of here. Folks, it's been a long season. He's not a huge buck, but I can shoot 2 bucks a year. And I filled one of my buck tags right there, baby. Yes! We got so many bucks on this property. He came in. I'm like, he's a solid 8-pointer. He's probably only a 2.5, but I'm like, you know what? I've been hunting so hard all year. I've been hunting so many times. I'm absolutely proud of that deer. I'm proud of him. I hit that artery. I hit him high, but I think I hit an artery. He's got great blood. Yes, baby, yes. Alrighty, so I already said it. The deer I shot's not the biggest deer, but just with how long my season has been, or felt at least, I had to shoot him. So I'm standing right about where he was when I hit him. He came from behind me. I'm sorry I didn't get that on film, but he came on this ridge behind me. There's a trail that angles in front of my stand at about 5 yards. Then this one comes to about 10. And he was between these 2 trees and this other tree, and my stand is right there behind. You can see it's right there behind me, in between them. So he was standing right about here, and I just slipped the shot between the stand and these 2 trees, and then I got blood right away. I saw blood spraying as soon as he took off running. So we're gonna take up the blood trail here, and hopefully he crashed right about where I thought I saw him go down. So come along with it.
Yeah, Well, just with how much blood there is. I want to find my arrow too. You can smell him. Can you smell him? Smell the blood? I know I did not get a pass-through shot. Right there. Which way does he go? Oh, Joe keeps going off that way, doesn't it? No, I hit him high. I know I hit him high. When I released, I had my 20 on him.
Why?
Well, I just didn't have time to really adjust it, but I just hit him high. Just the angle and everything, you know. Just hit him high. Spray him here. On this tree even. I'm surprised my arrows. We haven't found my arrow yet. It's gonna be somewhere in here. Let's see what we got there. That's lung. We got bubbles on that there, so I think that means we got lung. Oh, there's my arrow. Yep. Oh, perfect. It's still intact. That's the best, folks. When you don't pass through a deer. Oh, I got blood all the way up to the fletchings on it. Even. That looks pretty good. Is what I would say. That's how you do it right there. There he lays. He's not gonna break any records, folks. He's not even my biggest, but he's my second biggest with the bow. And I'm proud of him, so. Solid 8-pointer. Solid 8-point buck. I'll take that in. Mass here. On his tines, you can see he's not nearly as small as I thought he would be. He's my second, definitely by a landslide, my second biggest bow buck. He's probably my fourth biggest buck ever, so that's pretty cool. But he's definitely bigger than I thought, which makes me feel even better about it. I thought he was a lot smaller than this actually, so I'm excited and I'm proud to have been able to take an animal with a bow. It's just an exciting feeling, and blessing that I'm able to get out here and hunt for these 4 days. And we're not quite done, but even if we don't decide not to hunt tonight, what a great way to cap it off. You guys, thanks for watching.